from Gabriel Luis De Leon residence here in Pasig. You are tuned in to Gab To Go! And here are your hosts. She's the girl from the next block, the sweet and smart Mitch!
Thank you.
And now, the dashing debonair, copied and envied by most kids from their village.
What?
The latest it boy, the epitome of humility, Gab! Yeah! Thank you, yeah!
Oh my gosh.
I love all of
Gab.
you. I love all of you. I love all of you. You too, I love you. I know you like me. What?
Humility? I think humiliation is more appropriate.
Good one.
Loser.
I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, Gab. Anyway, guys, it's time for
Uploaders Alert! Bring in the TV, bring in the TV, bring in the TV. Uploaders Alert for all of you guys. We love you, we love you, we love
We
you.
love you, yes.
Okay, so now, let's see who our uploader for today is, right?
Yup, let's check this out.
Hi Gab and Mitch, congratulations to the success of your show. It's really helping students like me go through our school life, and I've been an avid follower ever since. Anyway, I'm Charlie. I'm 16 years old. And just the other day, my teacher gave us the instructions for our project. She wants us to come up with our own short story with not more than 800 words. What? Hi, there is neither a particular topic nor subject, and she wants us to just let our imagination flow. And the one who has the most creative story will get plus 5 points for the quarterly exams. I don't know how and where to start, Gab and Mitch. I hope you could pick up my clip just in time before the submission of the project. Thank you and more power to you. God bless you, and you're terrific.
Yeah! Bravo, Charlie!
Thank you, everyone.
Nice.
Terrific. I like that, Charlie. First of all, thank you for your support.
Hey, take the TV out, please. Take it out. In order for us to make an interesting short story, I think we should start with what makes up a short story.
You know, I think we have discussed that in class. It's called, elements of a short story.
Elements of I think I know that.
Really? Wow, you've impressed me lately. So, what are these?
Well, for me, the earth, the wind, the water, and the fire.
Well, maybe those might come in handy when you're trying to think of a concept for the story. But these elements of a short story, according to my literature teacher, are the structure. It's like baking a cake. You'll need a cake base, the icing, chocolate shavings, and syrup to make it delicious. But how do you make each of those?
Oh.
First element of the story, the character. A character is a person or an animal who takes part in the action of a short story or other literary work. It is the doer of the action and sometimes the narrator. The setting. The setting of a short story is the time and place in which it happens. Authors often use descriptions of landscape, buildings, scenery, seasons, or weather to provide a strong sense of setting. The plot. A plot is a series of events and character actions that relate to the central conflict. The conflict. The conflict is a struggle between two people or things in a short story. Usually, the main character is on one side of the central conflict. On the other side, the main character may struggle against another important character, or against the forces of nature, against society, or even against something inside him or her through emotions, feelings, or decisions. Fifth is the POV, which means point of view, which is defined as the angle from which the story is told. The narrator could be in the POV of the innocent eye, the stream of consciousness, or first person, or omniscient. And the last but not the least is the theme. The theme is the central idea or belief in a short story. This is what the story talks about, thus the general truth. It's commonly expressed through various figures of speech, such as love is blind, or don't judge a book by its cover, or in his case, try and try until you succeed. All that talking made me so...
You know, manners don't take much intelligence. Don't talk when your mouth is full. Yes, I know. The exclamation point is out because I managed to download a fable for you guys. And as for you, Charlie, I want you to study the 5 elements of a short story that Mitch gave you a while ago. Enjoy the story of the first monkey.
There was a boy named Juan who was very lazy. He plays outside while his mom cooks and washes the clothes at the same time.
Juan, come in here and find the ladle for me.
I'm coming, Mother!
But he did not even walk 2 paces toward the house. After a while, she saw that the boy was not obeying her. She dragged him into the house.
You find that ladle. I want you to hand it over to me by the time I get back from the marketplace.
Then she left. Juan did not try to find the ladle. He found instead a large wooden spoon that was too shallow for anyone to use as a good ladle.
This will have to do.
So he played again until his mother came home, and then he gave her the spoon.
I can't find the ladle, Mother. This spoon will do?
Ooh, you lazy brat!
She proceeded to beat Juan with the spoon. Juan became so frightened that he ran out of the house. Juan's mother threw the spoon at him, and it struck to the base of his spine like a tail. Then, instead of running any further, Juan swiftly climbed a tree to escape his mother's fury.
Come down from there! I still have to punish you!
But Juan did not make any more complaints or excuses. Only harsh chirping sounds came from his throat. Hair had grown all over his little body, and he could no longer speak a word. Juan had become the very first monkey.
Bye-bye exclamation point. To Charlie and to all our other folks out there, we hope you were able to understand the elements of a short story with the use of our example.
Yep. And to further help you develop your own short story, Charlie, this is what we call the story mountain.
Oh, so now you're a mountain climber.
Very funny.
All right, keep talking.
I knew you were there. Based on my extensive research, and in our class discussion, a story mountain or the plot mountain is the basic organization of the plot. Earlier, we showed you the ingredients of the cake. Now, we're going to show you how to bake that cake. The first part of the plot mountain is the exposition phase. Exposition is the brief part of the story where you meet the characters, the setting of the story, and introduction to the situation. For example, our hero is a Boy Scout who lives in a small village. The boy saw the Lola who couldn't cross the street. The Lola has to reach the other end of the street. The Lola asked the boy if he could help her cross the street, but it is also too dangerous for the boy. The second part of the story mountain is the rising action phase. This is where the character or characters begin to struggle and run into challenging situations. The rising action is usually the greatest portion of the story. This phase unveils all the trials and obstacles that the hero must overcome. The boy tries to position his hand, warning the car to stop or slow down, but the car keeps on passing by. Whoa! The third part of our plot mountain is the climax. This is the highest point of the story. This is where all the tension builds up. This is where the struggle heats up to the highest point, that our hero needs to prove himself. This is where either he wins it big time or loses it all, hence the turning point of the story. He looks around for the pedestrian crossing and sees that it is a block away. So he tells the Lola that they need to walk a few meters to cross at the proper side of the street and gladly offers that he'll carry the grocery bag for her. So the Lola agrees. The fourth part of the plot mountain is the falling action. This is where events and complications begin to resolve themselves. It is also the part where our hero has conquered the obstacle or has defeated the opponent. Finally, Gab and Lola were able to cross the street, and the Lola thanked Gab for his kindness. Last is the denouement. It is the final outcome and untangling of events in the story. Lola reaches inside her grocery bag and gives Gab an apple. Oh, thank you.
Where does the apple come from, Snow White?
Charlie, I hope we were able to help you. Oh wait, one more thing. Don't forget that every short story should have a lesson in the end.
Thanks, Gab. That was great.
What can I say?
Good job.
Well, I'm simply fabulous. I am. Offering help with a smile, always thankful for what I receive, respecting the elderly, obeying traffic rules, not expecting anything in exchange for a good deed.
Well, that's all for today's show. Tune in next time, guys. Bye-bye. So for all you future writers out there, here are some important things you should remember. Once again, here are the elements of a short story. The character, a person or an animal who takes part in the action, the doer of the action, and sometimes the narrator. Next is the setting, the time and place in which the story happens. Then we have the plot, a series of events and character actions that relate to the central conflict. Conflict. It is the struggle between two people or things. The main character may struggle against another important character, against the forces of nature, against society, or even against something inside him or her. And finally, the point of view, aka POV, the angle from which the story is told. And to guide you in writing your own short story, here is the story mountain. This is also called the plot mountain, the basic organization of the plot. The story or plot mountain has 5 important elements, namely, the exposition phase, the brief part where you meet the characters and the situation is introduced. The second part is the rising action phase, the unveiling of the trials and obstacles the hero must overcome. Then we have the climax. This is the highest point of the story. The tension has been building. The struggle heats up, the turning point of the story. Next is the falling action, where the events begin to resolve themselves, where our hero conquers the obstacle or defeats the opponent. And last is the denouement, the final outcome, the entangling of events in the story.
Hey Mitch, where are you? Yeah, the show's about to start. Oh, you can't make it today?
Teach me how to fly.
I can't right now. My flock is migrating for the cold season.
An essay. This is an attempt to express viewpoint and opinion of the writer.
Gab.
Big brother?